Hi, I'm Uprank. I'm an indie game dev based in the UK, sadly. Here's who I am. I personally use Unity to make games as I find it to be one of the most accessible and intuitive game engines, despite having those moments where it makes me want to commit a few war crimes. I, like many others, enjoy making horror games, whether that be due to mental illness or the enjoyment of making people panic. Wait.
My screen went fuzzy.
Now, I want to go back to how I started game development and why I did it in the first place. To do this, we're going to have to turn the clock back and see where it all went wrong. The year is 2014. The 22nd Winter Olympic Games have just begun. Belgium legalizes the use of euthanization, and a small indie game releases. You've probably never heard of it. It's just a small little game with the name of Five Nights at Freddy's, created by Scott Cawthon. The game, for those who don't know, is about a player trying to survive the 4 animatronics who are attempting to kill them. This in itself seems really simple. What gave the game the push to fame was its lore and memorable characters, such as Purple Pal, New Crispy Chicken Fries, Foxy, and Frederick Ferdinand I. Little young brainless me loved this game, as not only was the lore pretty understandable and interesting at the time, but the game itself was so simple yet so captivating. Now, about 3 months later, the game's sequel slash prequel slash where am I in the timeline would release to an excited audience. Not only was it released so quickly after the first, but it was also about twice the size. Now, you're probably just sitting there thinking, oh prank my esteemed fellow, why does any of this matter? And to that I say, hold on, I'm getting to it. Around the release of FNAF 2 would a new bubble of games pop up. This was the FNAF fan game boom. Fan game after cheap mobile clone after fan game. This was a time where most gaming YouTubers were playing these games, and to me, it blew my non-existent mind at the time. Instantly, I started searching up how to make these games, and I decided to use the same engine that the original game did. Click Team Fusion. Yeah, this was not only what Scott had to put up with, but also me and many others. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad game engine, it was just a bit finicky to say the least. This may also be in part because I had to use the free version of it. The free version of Click Team only allowed 3 frames, basically levels, and a limited amount of actives, also known as game objects, but I made do with what I had. After a month or 2 of game development, I created my first game, and it was, drumroll please, One Night at Roblox HQ.
Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier and welcome to Five Nights at Freddy's, an indie horror game that you guys suggested en masse.
Yeah, I don't think you'd get much better, as I was basically a child who didn't even know how to properly read yet. Let's skip along to 2018, about 3 years after the game Undertale was released. Here's where I uploaded another game named Undertale Fandom Frenzy. I won't go into depth into what it was or why I made it. What I will talk about, however, is how it was one of my first games to be played by a YouTuber, Lynx4 to be specific.
Are you spooked yet? Undertale Fandom Frenzy. Front door, obviously this game is absolutely amazing. Undertale Fandom Frenzy, a game by Uprank. Don't do that to me. This is one of the most interesting concepts.
Ah, what a marvel to behold. This poor guy having to play the most broken and choppy Undertale fan game of them all. But young me did appreciate it a lot. So thank you Lynx, for giving my game a chance. Who knows where I'd be today without it. Let's time jump one more time to 2020, a year many of us want to forget. The UK had just been called into a national lockdown, and slightly older me was sat at home, bored and unsure what to create. This is when an idea popped into my head. What if I tried to make a 3D game? Now, Click Team did have 3D functionality under the name Firefly, but I never understood it and I wanted to try something new. I'd grown bored of making prototype after prototype, just trying to find something that would fit, but all that time I'd wanted to make something bigger. So, I downloaded Unity. Then, I had an idea. What if I tried to mod an already existing game? And this is when I stumbled upon the decompiled version of Baldi Basics. It was open to the public, and to be modded. I was going to mod this game and add something that, if I'm being honest today, really did not fit within the school setting morally. I added Doom Guns to Baldi Basics, but to my surprise, it had worked. Tons of Baldi Basic players and content creators were playing my mod. But that is where the story pauses for now, to say the least. See, I'm currently stuck in that loop of prototype after prototype that I can't get out of. I have an idea, I make a small prototype, slowly lose motivation over a better idea that sounds more fun to make, and I scrap the old prototype. It's an issue that I'm aware of and I'm trying my best to combat. That's where this channel comes in. I've tried in the past to upload devlogs, but none of them have ever stuck with me or the viewer. My most viewed video was a quick Garry's Mod Let's Play where I threw Steven Universe characters into a box with one another and let them fight. I mean, come on, this video got 2 million views? Thanks, YouTube. Well, anyway, understanding what the viewers like aside, I want to start uploading devlogs to this channel, and I don't have a timetable or a schedule on when I'll upload, as I'm not very good with schedules, but it won't be too long, I hope. My first devlog is currently in the works as I start to draft for a game that I think you'll enjoy. And with that, you've reached the end of the video. Please make sure to like and subscribe, or even show your friends. Say whatever, say, oh, look at this stupid little idiot with stupid little witch character. Do whatever it takes, alright? Just anything. And well, with that, I wish you a good one. Peace.